Welcome to what is an overview of Forever the Business. My name is Catherine Thayer, and I'm just going to spend the next 20 minutes or so taking you through the presentation to allow you to understand how this opportunity could work for you. And before I start with the presentation, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I started with Forever in July of 2013. My background is actually in telesales, and up until July 2013, I've been in telesales for 16 years. For me, it was becoming increasingly obvious that my future just wasn't stable. I had my own business, I had a call centre, and whereas I went into business because I firmly believed I'd have a lot more time with the family and I'd also have a lot more money, it actually went the complete opposite. So I was working above 50 hours a week, and because my overheads in the business were so big, I wasn't actually taking an income. So it was very, very difficult to keep our heads above water at home. So I looked at Forever initially to bring in a few extra £100 a month just to help out with that, and I certainly achieved that. But if we fast forward to where we are today, it's completely changed our lives around. It's now become our main and our only household income. My husband Chris was able to, retire is the right word to use, last February, and we both work together from home now. But we also spend a lot more time together as a family. We're actually there to pick the children up from the school gates and create all those memories, which is something that is absolutely fantastic. So I'll just start by telling you a little bit about Forever. Forever was actually founded in 1978, so 37 years old this year. We have an experienced, long-standing senior management team with real vision. So back in 1978, a gentleman called Rex Morn had a vision that he wanted to be a brand leader, which he certainly achieved. But on the other hand, he also wanted the business to be almost like a family style business. So really ethical. So ethical values with the way it's treated the people within the business, ethical with the way it treats the customers, and ethical with the way the products were. So what he did was he put together a group of his close friends and family to actually help him run the business because he understood that they would have the same ideals as him. And all bar two, because they've now passed away, it's actually the same senior management team in place today, which is phenomenal. And two of his grandchildren have actually stepped into those two seats now. Our turnover last year was over $2.6 billion, which again is huge. And we also have assets of over $1.5 billion. So the $2.6 billion is generated from the amazing products, but the $1.5 billion is actually generated by assets. So we own such things as game reserves, water parks, safari parks, the aloe plantations, and the list is endless all over the world. So that also generates an income for the business, creating more stability. And Forever is also cash rich and completely debt free. And I think that is unheard of because we have never borrowed a penny, don't owe a penny, there's no loans, there is no shareholders, nothing like that. The company is completely privately owned by the same family. And we're operating in over 155 countries worldwide. Now, one of the fantastic things about this is the fact that we, obviously in those countries, have to import our products in. And a lot of countries are particular on what we actually import in. So they've had to go through the products with a fine-tooth comb, the business model, our ethics, our values, how it's run, and really strip the business apart before they'll allow us to import our products in and set up a head office there. And over 155 countries have given it the go-ahead. So we've also passed their rules and regulations as well. And we're in the health and wellness industry. Now this is predicted to be the next $1 trillion industry because it's growing month after month, year after year. And it's funny because the products that we actually produce within Forever, within the UK, we actually spend a massive £90 million a day on. So the business scope is phenomenal. And here you can see our actual company sales history. Now, I'm not a figures person, but I certainly know that that arrow is going in the right direction. And what's even more amazing is the fact that if you look at the years that we've covered across the bottom, then that has actually covered recessions, not just in the UK, but worldwide. Our company seems to be recession proof. And it's because when there are recessions, people get made redundant and people are looking for something different and something extra. So they come to companies such as ourselves to do that. And something that I've noticed in the time that I've been with Forever already is that the fact that the products are so amazing, you build up very quickly and very simply a regular customer base. So because our products run out, our customers come back to us every time they run out to buy more. So that arrow is showing the growth not just of the new customers coming on board, but the stability of those customers coming back every single time their products run out as well. Now in the UK, we were founded in 1993, so 22 years been in the UK this year. We have sales of over 75 million, which for a country of our size is phenomenal. Now one thing that struck me, or a question that was going through my head when I was looking at this presentation before I joined Forever, was how am I going to know what to do? How am I going to know what to say, who to approach? There was all these whys and whats going around in my head. And when I saw this next bit and it was explained to me, it put my mind completely at rest. Because Forever has quite a few accolades. The two most important ones are, first of all, the Investors in People Gold Award. Now, the Investors in People is a government-run body, and you can go to them and ask to be assessed. They'll go through the business with a fine-tooth comb, so they'll go through every level of the business, people's experiences, etc., and then they will grade the company. So you can either be non-gradable, or you can be bronze, silver or gold. And we've actually had the Gold Award, and we have re-qualified for the Gold Award year in, year out. And that is testament to the amount of time and effort and energy we place with people when they come into the business and beyond. So it's a hand-holding business. We show people how to do what they want to do. We're also award-winning members of the Direct Selling Association, or the DSA for short. Now, Forever's not actually classed as a sales company, we're classed as a recommendation company, but the DSA was the closest regulatory body that Forever could actually attach themselves to. And since being part of the DSA, they have also awarded us lots of accolades again with the way that the business is run, with the way that we help people and the ethics behind the business as well. So the success of Forever comes down to the combined power of a network of home-based business owners. We're classed as home-based business owners because we can come into this, we don't have to have shops, we don't have to have offices, we don't have to pay staff. It's very, very simple. We can actually run it and do this wherever we are. And we do two things. So we supply the products direct to the consumer, and we also show the potential of the business opportunity to people that we know as well. And that's how Forever has spread and grown throughout the world. Now, when you show the opportunity to other people, so perhaps you come into Forever and you know other people that want to earn an extra few £100 a month, or perhaps are fed up with their job and are looking for an alternative, or just need some long-term security, or on maternity and don't want to go back. So you can also speak to them about the opportunity and they can come on board and you can help them. And that's what team marketing is. Really, really simple, and it's an amazing thing to do for people that you know. But if you go into team marketing, first of all, the income is uncapped. Now that means that it's not like your everyday job where you get paid X amount per hour for X amount of hours and that's it. You know, you can possibly put in a bit of overtime, but you will never ever increase that income greater than what your employer will allow you to. With team marketing, you can keep growing that income as steadily as you want for as long as you want. It's totally uncapped. It's also a willable income. Now this is something I've not heard of before, so this interested me a lot. What this means is when you help people within Forever, Forever actually pay you for helping them. Now if anything happens to you, that income, instead of being swallowed up by Forever, you can actually will that income on to your children, to your family, to a charity, to a church, wherever you want. So your income becomes a legacy that gets passed down, and that leaves security to your family. And that meant a lot to me because I didn't have a pension, I didn't have any sort of long-term security, and I now know that our two girls will be looked after in the event that we're not here to do it. You can also do this part-time or full-time to fit around your commitments. That was really important to me because, as I said, when I first started, I was working above 50 hours per week. So it had to be something that I could integrate into what I was already doing, or that I could just fit into the nooks and crannies of time that I had. And it certainly did that. Obviously now I'm doing it on a full-time basis, and my commitments come first, and that has never happened before. So the children come first. If we want to go and do something, that comes first. Our leisure activities come first, and Forever fits in around that. We also offer full training and support using a simple, proven global business building system. Because Forever has been in existence for 30 plus years, they've perfected the way that we do things. So if we want to grow a team, then we've got pure guidance and we just follow the system and it works. But you decide your goals and the system helps you achieve them. Everybody comes into Forever for different reasons. There is no right and there is no wrong reason, but everybody's is different. So whatever you decide you want, the system will help you achieve that. There's also a global business building opportunity. So you've heard that we're in over 150 countries worldwide. What that means is they can be customers in any of those countries, but also you can help them and they can be part of your team from any country in the world. Once you go into team marketing, it also opens up some extras to you as well. We have Chairman's Bonus, which is an incentive, which is a share of the company profits. So again, because there's no shareholders, there's no banks, there's no lenders, what Forever do is they put a percentage of the profits back to the distributors that qualify every single year. We also have Car Plan and Global Travel. Car Plan, if you qualify, gives you again an extra amount of money every month in your paycheck. You can put that towards a car, you can actually put it towards anything you want. So ladies, that could be shoes and handbags, and men, that could be whatever you men spend your money on, motorbikes. And there's also Global Travel. So there's 2 destinations every single year that you can qualify and go to, and it's all expenses paid. So if you like to travel, that's brilliant. If you'd like to travel for free, this is an even better environment to be in. And there's lots of recognition, there's lots of prizes, and there's lots of fun. Forever believe in recognising people for their achievements and what they've done. And it's a very positive environment. And there is lots of incentives that are run for each of the teams as well. So it's good fun, it's a good environment to work in. So what do we actually do? Well, first of all, we use the products. You become your own best customer. And what happens when you use the products is you start to feel the benefits of the products, and you're more than happy to go and recommend these products to your friends and family. Because once you feel the benefits of something, I guess it's a bit like reading a good book or going to a good restaurant or seeing a good film, you just automatically want to go and tell people. So what you do then is you share the products. So you talk to people about the benefits, and we teach people to develop a regular customer base of 20 to no more than 30 customers. Now you can go above if you want, but all that's needed to create a great income is 20 to 30, and we show you exactly how to do that. And if you want to, you can also build a team. So as well as talking to people about the benefits of the products, you can also talk to them about the benefits of Forever and what that could do for them. And we help you find your first 5 key people, and we help you work the simple cycle. And all that means is coaching others. So those 5 key people, we show them how to develop their regular customer base of 20 to 30. We show them how to find their first 5 key people, and then they simply duplicate it on. It is a very simple system. It has to be, because for the company to have lasted 37 years, I guess it's a bit like Chinese whispers. If it was difficult, it would only get so far and it would stop and get stuck. So it's very, very simple and very easy to do. And this is the simple cycle that we follow when we're building a team. So all we do is we contact people, have a little chat with them and show them some information, and invite them to look at a business presentation such as this. And if people like what they see, they'll register, and then we sit down and we start planning and we take action. And it's all about your goals, and the planning and the action go around whatever it is you want to get from the business. And we help people get up to manager level, which is a fantastic level of the business which gives you a great income. And all we do is we keep going around and around in circles, getting dizzy, building our team. And it says in the middle there, why? And this is because everybody comes into Forever for a different reason. People are looking for different things and have different needs. So there's a few there around that wheel. So it could be lifestyle, financial freedom, pension. Those are all important to me. There could be needs that you have that are completely independent to what's in front of you there. But for whatever it is, that will drive you to succeed within the business. So what we actually do in Forever is we multiply our time, or we sometimes call it leverage of time. So in sort of normal day-to-day life, when you work, you exchange your time for money. So if you want to earn more money, you have to put in more time. And now let's be honest, there is only a certain amount of time that you can put in, and sometimes your boss wouldn't even let you do that. So say, for example, you work 40 hours and earn £500. If you wanted to earn £1,000, you'd have to put in 80 hours, which is physically impossible. And like I said, they probably wouldn't let you do it anyway. So you're kind of stuck at that level because you're restricted by how much time you can exchange for money. Now in Forever it works completely different, and this diagram in front of you is the best way to explain this. So there's you. Now in this example, you're putting 10 hours per week into your business. Now that could be anything. This is just an example. Now you found your first 5 key people and they've joined you, and they're all coming into this for different reasons. So you can see there on the left you've got a lady who's working 20 hours a week. Then you've got a business builder on the yellow platform there. He's got a few people in his team now. So altogether when you add all of those hours up it comes to 30. Then on the orange platform, you've got another guy there. He's doing 50 hours a week between him and his people because he's also building a business. And then on the dark blue platform, you've got a guy there who's retailing. He's recommending products and he's doing about 5 hours each week. And then on the light blue platform, you've got a lady there. She's also doing 10 hours a week. So all different circumstances, all doing different amounts of time. You're still doing your 10 hours, but if you add all of that up, it actually equates to 125 hours being worked into your business. And Forever will actually pay you for everything that is done within that whole 125 hours. And all we're doing is teaching everyone to use the products, to develop their 20 to 30 regular customers, to find their first 5 key people, and coaching them to duplicate it again. So very, very simple. Now there are 3 different areas of income that you can achieve. So if you wanted to retail, so that means recommending products to your friends and family, you can earn anything from £2 to above £400 per month. Then you could be a business leader. So this is someone who's found their first 5 key people, have started working the simple cycle and have started to work beyond that. Now there you can earn anything from £800 to above £2,000 per month. And then you have a business developer. So this is somebody who has found their first 5 key people and has started working beyond that. So Forever's a little bit like a ladder, which I'll show you in a second, and you can work your way up the ladder. Now if you're working your way up the ladder, quite naturally people within your team will do as well, and they'll reach a certain level, and then you become a business developer. And this is where we are now. So business developer will earn anything from £2,000 to above £20,000 per month. To build a successful business, I need to explain something quite quickly to you before we go into and I show you the actual ladder and the business model. Forever has a global currency which is called a case credit. Now we call it a CC for short, and it's basically a point system allocated to each product. I quite liken it for us in the UK to Tesco Club Card points. So every time we buy something in Tesco's, we actually attract a certain amount of points, which all add up. Exactly the same in Forever. One of the reasons that they do this is like a fairness policy. Because Forever is in so many different countries, and like I said, because Forever is a bit like a ladder that you can work your way up, you can't base moving up that ladder on how much money your customers are spending. Simply because we're in so many different countries, there's so many different currencies. I think 1, it would be impossible to track, but 2, it would be unfair. Because of the exchange rates, it would make it easier for somebody in one country than it would in another to work their way up the ladder. So wherever you are in the world, if you buy that tub of aloe vera gel you will collect 0.091 points, or we call it 0.091 cc's. Now, one thing that struck a chord with me when I looked at this presentation myself is that every single person that comes into Forever starts exactly the same way. There is no fast track way to suddenly be in halfway up the ladder and earning that amazing income. Everybody starts the same, because when you start the same, you grow the ability to show other people how to do it. So what happens when you start is you register first of all as a new distributor, and this gives you your business building license, which is an ID number that basically means you're recognised under the umbrella of Forever. You get given all the relevant websites to be able to order and run your business, and also you're able to have the full training and support which we provide. Then what you do is you purchase what we call either a new distributor pack, or some call the evaluation pack. That's what you can see in your screen in front of you now. Now what that contains is 17 or 18, it does depend, on the best selling products that Forever have. What this allows you to do is twofold. First of all, it allows you to start to use the products and for your family to start to use the products. This means you can become familiar with them, and you can also build up a kind of a relationship with the products, because you start to feel the benefits of the products, and therefore you're able to recommend them with passion and with integrity. What you can also do with the products as well, which I found really, really handy, is when I was speaking to my friends and family and they would ask me, oh, well, what's the cream like? What's this like? What's that like? I actually had a product there for them to try before they bought it. You also have a full literature pack. Now this contains, as you can see, things like brochures, magazines, order forms, receipt pad, you get all sorts of different things. And all that pack comes to is £199.75. You actually get it discounted down from wholesale price as well. Now what happens then is you become an assistant supervisor. Forever also give you 2 case credits to give you a boost straight away. And what happens is you earn 2 things. First of all, you earn a cash bonus of 30%. That's because the difference between the wholesale and the retail price is 30%. So if I was going to purchase something from you for £100, and I'm using £100 because my math isn't that great. So if I was going to buy something off you for £100, I would give you the £100. £70 of that would go direct to Forever to buy the product at wholesale for your customer, and £30 of that, which is 30%, would be yours that you would keep there and then. So you start earning money straight away. Then on the 15th of the following month, Forever will also pay you an extra 5% direct into your bank account. If you bring somebody into your team, which you can do straight away, you will earn a one-off recruitment fee of £39. Now what happens when you have people in your team is when they are selling products to their friends and family and they're collecting the case credits, their case credits actually help you move up the ladder as well. Now to get to the next stage, which is supervisor, you have to collect 25 case credits. And you can do this if you want you can spread it over 2 months. You can do it quicker, but you've got 2 months to spread it over, 2 consecutive months. Now those 25 case credits, when I first looked at this, I honestly couldn't tell anybody if that was a low amount or a high amount, because I didn't really understand what a case credit was. But when it was broken down to me, it made it a lot more simple, because at this point you'll typically have 3 to 5 people within your team. We actually teach people to do a minimum of 4 case credits every month, because that means they're building a great business. So if those 3 to 5 people are doing the bare minimum of 4 case credits, and they do it again in the next month, that actually equates to more than 25 case credits. So this business is about a few people doing a little bit, rather than 1 or 2 trying to do a lot. Now once you get to supervisor, your 30% still stays the same, but your 5% actually goes up to 8%. Now this is quite exciting at this stage, because this is where you also start to earn what we call a team building bonus. So Forever will also pay you 3% of everything that your assistant supervisors are doing. And they don't take it off your assistant supervisors. They work out what 3% is and they pay you that themselves. If you bring somebody into your team at this level, you will earn a sponsoring bonus now of £45. So everything starts to increase. Now, a typical supervisor will earn anything from £250 plus. Speaking from personal experience, as a supervisor, I was earning in excess of £600, but we do like to under-promise and over-deliver on the figures. Now, the next stage is assistant manager. Now, to reach assistant manager, you simply do 75 case credits, and you can spread that again over 2 consecutive months. Again, I personally wasn't sure whether 75 was a lot, so when it was broken down to me again, it made more sense, because typically at this stage you'll have 10 to 15 people within your team, simply because you've helped people and those people want to help people, and even some of them will want to help people as well. So there will be 10 to 15 people. Now, if they're all doing a minimum of the 4 case credits even, if you spread that over 2 months, that actually comes to way over 75 case credits. So again, it's very simple, and it's about a few people doing a little bit. Now, what happens when you get to assistant manager is your 30% still remains the same, but your extra percent now shoots up to 13%. So everything that you're recommending to people, you're now earning 43%. Dependent on where the people in your team are, so they could now be assistant supervisors or they could be supervisors, you will earn anything from 5 to 8% of what they're doing as well. If you bring somebody into your team, your sponsoring bonus now is £54. And as an assistant manager, you will earn anything from £600 plus. Again, speaking from personal experience, my team building bonus when I turned assistant manager was just over £1,000, which for me was a monumental point within the business. So as you can see, again, it's £600 plus as an assistant manager. Now, the next level is manager. And manager is 120 case credits, again, can be spread out over 2 consecutive months if you want to. Now, with 120 case credits, typically you'll have 15 to 25 people in the team by now. So it's naturally going to keep growing, branching out like a tree. And again, if you think about it, if everybody's even doing the minimum of 4 case credits a month, if you add that together over 2 months, again, it exceeds 120 case credits. Now, once you become manager, your 30% stays your 30%, but your extra percent again has a massive increase to 18%. So now everything that you're recommending, you're actually earning 48% from. And dependent on where your team members are, so whether they're assistant supervisors, supervisors, or now even assistant managers, you will earn anything from 5 to 10 to 13% of what the team is doing as well. If you bring somebody into your team, your sponsoring bonus now goes up to 64. And as a manager, you will earn anything from £800 to above £2,000 per month. And that's where we are. We are earning now in excess of £2,000 per month. Now, once you become manager, quite naturally people within your team are also going to become managers as well. So what happens is you actually get paid differently for each manager that you then help. So if you have a look to the left of that chain of people, there's you. You've become manager, so you're earning 48% and you're earning anything from £800 to above £2,000 per month. So you've helped somebody called Flo. She's also become manager. Now what they'll do now is they'll pay you 6% of the turnover of Flo's business. Now the average manager turns over £15,000. So 6% of £15,000 is £900, and that's every single month. Flo will also in turn, in time, help somebody become manager as well. So on this example, that's Joe. Forever will actually pay you 3% of the turnover of Joe's business. So if Joe's also an average manager, and if he's turning over an average of 15,000, that means another £450 per month to you. And if Joe helps somebody here called Mo become manager, then Forever will actually pay you 2% of the turnover of Mo's business. So if Mo is also an average manager, that will be another £300 per month. Now also consider that when somebody becomes manager, like we did, our turnover was just over £15,000. Our turnover is now in excess of £55,000. So you can see how the business grows. But what this does is that's taken your income now from £800 to £2,000 to £2,450 up to £3,650 per month. But it doesn't stop there, because imagine if you had 5 lines of managers. Imagine once you help one person become manager, what's stopping you helping more? It's just a case of then how many people you can help become manager. So if you help 2 people become manager, you're a senior manager, and you will earn anything from £29,000 to £61,000 per year. If you help 5 people become manager, you're a soaring manager, and you will earn anything from £45,000 to £104,000 per year. A sapphire manager is where you help 9 people become manager, so you will earn anything from £75,000 to £168,000 per year. And diamond sapphire manager, this is where you help 17 people become manager, and you will earn anything from £140,000 to £288,000 per year. Now the last one on the presentation is diamond manager. We do actually have more. There's centurion diamond and double diamond and so on, but obviously we'd be here all day. So diamond manager is where you help 25 people become manager. And we actually have diamond managers within the UK. There are a couple called Jane and John who live in just down the road in Monmouth, and they achieved diamond manager within 7 years of joining the business. But your income is £270,000 to absolutely no limit. Now there is no job in the world that can allow you to earn that income as flexibly as you can with Forever. What happens then is once you become manager, it opens you up to chairman's bonus. So this is the share of the company profit. Now these are the cheques that were handed out in London in 2014. Now we didn't actually qualify for chairman's bonus in 2014 because we'd not long joined the business. However, because every year they pick a different destination in the world to hand the cheques out. So last year it was London, which obviously wasn't particularly tropical for those that qualified, but for us it was great because we actually won an incentive to go with €800. So we had a fantastic weekend in London. Now we were able then to witness in the O2 Arena, the Forever hired out the O2 Arena. There was over 20,000 distributors within the arena, which was just phenomenal. And these are some of the cheques that we witnessed being handed out. So you can see Jane and John, the couple that I've told you about there, their cheque was just over $1 million last year. And this is their one-off chairman's bonus. In the centre bottom there's Natalie Healy. Now Natalie, we're actually part of Natalie's team as well as part of John and Jane's team. We're actually the most successful team within the UK because Natalie Healy is now the #1 business owner within Forever. And her bonus cheque last year was just over $45,000. We've actually been lucky enough now to qualify for this year where we're being sent to Singapore to pick up our chairman's bonus cheque. So this is something that you can start to build towards and qualify for as soon as you come on board. Now there are a few extras as well. I've mentioned car plan briefly earlier. That car plan is a nickname that we've given it in the UK, so it's more commonly known as the Earned Incentive Programme. So you will get up to £6,300 per year to buy the car of your choice. You can actually do whatever you want with it. So if, like us, you want to pay the mortgage off, then you can do that, but it's an extra income that comes into your household. There's also the Global Travel Incentive. So as well as with the chairman's bonus, you get sent to a different destination every year. There's also another travel incentive where you get sent to another different destination every year. And it's nothing but the best luxury hotels, spending money and flights. And we have been lucky enough to qualify for this. And we are being sent to Cancun in September free of charge. One thing that struck me about the business is that it really doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, how old you are, what your background is, what your education is, what your training is, it doesn't matter. Forever is all about real people and different kinds of people. So again, you can see Jane and John to the left there. So Jane was a sheep farmer before she came to Forever. And I think if you were going to pigeonhole somebody, it wouldn't be a sheep farmer. So it just goes to show it's for absolutely everyone. There you've got Tracy and Chris. Tracy and Chris live down the road from us. Tracy was in hair and beauty, and Chris was in telecoms and telecommunications. So you can see Chris and Alan, corporate management, Jordan, a retailer, Jessica in the NHS, and Florence, a lawyer. There is such an eclectic mix of people within Forever. I look at our team, and our team ranges from teachers to police officers to doctors to NHS surgeon, to call centre workers to shop workers to full-time parents. It's such a mix of people, and it doesn't matter what you've done before. This opportunity is for absolutely everybody. Now, all of that is absolutely fantastic. Forever is an extremely generous company. But without the products being great, none of that can happen. You certainly can't turn over 2.6 billion, and you certainly couldn't sustain growth for 37 years if the products were no good. So all our products are actually aloe vera and beehive based. They all derive from natural ingredients, and they all have a huge range that we cover. There is something for absolutely everybody. We cover mobility, so products that help people, perhaps people that train, perhaps the elderly, people that have repetitive movements and that kind of thing. We have products that will help them. We have nutritional supplements, which cover absolutely everything. And a phrase I heard quite recently was from the cradle to the grave. And it's true, because we do everything from children's vitamins to products that help people who are not eating enough greens, to products that help people with energy, for products that help people with bloating. There's absolutely everything. Products that help people to relax, there's loads. And we also do animal care, because our products are kind of tested on humans and used on animals. So if you're an animal lover, the Olympic equestrian team actually use their products on our horses. And we also have personal care. Now everybody, well, I hope everybody uses personal care. So everybody brushes their teeth, puts on deodorant, washes their hair, showers, and we have products for everybody. We also have weight management, so we have quite a famous C9 cleansing program, which is the 9-day cleansing program, but it doesn't stop there, because we have lots of different products that help people, but it's all about balance and nutrition. We also cover sports performance, so products that help people who are everyday sports people to professional sports people use our products. We've got boxers, rugby players, footballers, MMA fighters, and the list goes on. And we also have and cover skincare. So this can be everyday skincare to skin defense, skin challenges, and then that rolls out into the beauty side of the business as well. So that covers makeup and body wraps and toning kits and perfume and aftershave, and it keeps on. And I think what's fantastic is there's no restrictions with Forever, because like it says there, it's pure and simple products for absolutely everyone. If you picked up like the typical household in the UK, you know, we've got in excess of 200 products now. And not everybody's going to want to buy every single one, but if you pick up a typical household, they will find a need or a relationship or an affinity with at least one product. And like I said earlier, in the UK, we spend £19 million a day on these particular products. And as you've heard, we've only just scratched the surface in the UK, because our turnover was just over 75 million for the whole of last year. So there was so much room for movement as well. But why our products? Well, we are the world's #1 grower and producer of aloe vera and beehive based products. They're superior quality products. They're from safe, natural, GM free ingredients. There's no insecticides, pesticides or artificial fertilizers, so no nasties are sprayed on those products to make them, on that plant, to make them grow faster and quicker. It's actually harvested by hand as well, and we use cold pressing to retain the amazing ingredients that are within the aloe. We've also got a patented stabilization process. So if you think about it, aloe is a food type really, and just like an apple, if you cut an apple open and leave it out, the oxygen will start to hit it and it will start to go brown. It will start to age, and that's exactly what happens with aloe. So once they pick the aloe, they pack it as quickly as they can, which is about 3.5 hours into the product. But what they do is they also stabilize it, and it's a patented stabilization process. So we're actually the only company that can do it this way to keep it that fresh. And we also have an advisory board of highly qualified professionals. Our advisory board consists of Dr. Atherton, who is a doctor. He was previously a GP and was introduced to the product via a customer, a patient. He's now become the world's #1 writer and researcher into aloe. We also have Dawn Parker, who's been with the business for over 20 years, and she's a nutritionist and beautician. And we also have David Urch, who is a vet. So these guys provide our product knowledge and our training and everything that we need to know so that we are given the right information. And also, all of our products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee. I'd never heard of this or anything like it before. So if somebody has our product and they don't work and they've tried it for 60 days, they will get a full refund. Now personally, touch wood, I've never even been asked for a refund because all of my customers have been happy with the product and have come back for more. But it's great confidence to be able to say you have a full 60 days, which is basically 2 months, to make sure that you are happy with the product. We've also been stamped by a few other associations and groups. So we've got Halal, Kosher and the Islamic Society. They have all tested our products and passed them on our quality that to be used within their cultures. We're also certified by the Aloe Science Council. We make a claim that our products are close to actually opening up the leaf and taking the gel out, and they've stamped every single product and they've tested it rigidly to make sure what we're saying is correct. So you get basically your business in a box. The new distributor pack is the quickest and best way to get your business up and running, because you do make money immediately, because you get given 2 case credits, you're an assistant supervisor, therefore you're earning 30% cash bonus on everything that you're recommending, plus an additional 5% on the 15th of the following month. Plus you get a free business literature pack, and all that costs is £199.75. Something that is probably going through your mind, which was going through my mind when I looked at this presentation, is will it work for me? And what is on this slide is completely true. So it will work for you if you take it seriously. Like in any new venture, time and effort are required. So if, for example, you bought your new distributor pack and you put it under the stairs and you kept looking at your watch thinking, where's this money? Then no, it won't work. Like anything, learning to drive, training for a new job, studying for an exam, your time and effort's required. And no matter what that time level is, as long as you can repeatedly put that time in, it will work. It will work if you're self-motivated and willing to work closely with the person who introduced you to the business, because they are there to guide and mentor you and show you what to do. It will work if you're prepared to tell everyone what you're doing. You've not joined the Secret Service or MI5. The sort of secret behind this business is just talking to people. It will work if you're coachable and attend all relevant training. We provide trainings at different levels, so we understand that people have different lives and different commitments. So we have local training, national training, international training, online training, training pods, YouTube channels. So whatever your lifestyle or whatever's going on in your life, you are able to get that training to help you get better at what you're doing. And it will work if you're willing to think big, dream big and set goals for yourself and your family. This isn't something that I was used to doing. When I was younger, I would have huge dreams that I was going to be a princess, I was going to live in a castle, I was going to have a big stretch limo. I think I've come to terms with the fact that I'm not going to be a princess, but as I got older, my dreams did shrink to the size of my pay packet or to the size of the amount of money that was left after all my bills were paid, which really reduced. So there wasn't much there. So I didn't have any dreams. But having this extra income and having this avenue open up to you, this can allow you to revisit those dreams and start setting goals and reaching those goals. And it will work if you have a great attitude. It will work if you commit the time required to becoming successful, and it will work if you commit to having your regular customers, so looking after those customers so they're coming back month after month, year after year. Commit to building your team and helping those 5 key people. And as it says, don't be average, go for greatness. So from what you've seen so far, you are more than likely going to be in one of 3 places. The first place could be, no, I've had a look, it looks fantastic, but it's not for me. I urge you to take a look at the products, because there's probably something there that is going to be able to help you. But in addition to that, you may be able to refer somebody that you do think would be suitable for this. And it could be a maybe, in which case you've got questions, but that's what we're here for, and the person who has sent you this video is here for. So get your questions answered and make sure you're making the right decision by getting them answered, because that's what we want for you. And it could be a yes. This is exactly where I was. It was a no-brainer. So if it's a yes, you simply get registered. And getting started has never been so simple. You simply register with Forever, so you speak to the person that's introduced you to the video, if that's not myself, and you get registered. You fill in a very simple form. You order your new distributor pack, which is delivered to you very quickly, and then you agree your next business meeting now to plan your business. And the most important part of that is that it's actually your business meeting. So this is where you sit down and you tell us what it is you want to get out of the business. And this is where we sit down with you and we help you plan every step of the way and show you exactly what you need to do. Dare to dream. Thank you for taking time to watch the presentation. If it's myself that sent the presentation to you, please come back to me so that we can have a further chat. If it's a member of my team, then obviously contact them back and have a chat with them about what you've seen. And I look forward to meeting you soon.